All right, check it out. Another Honda. This time a little newer. It's a 2007 Honda Foreman ES. I do have the seat for it, but yeah, I got a pretty good deal on this thing. Let me get it unloaded and we can take a look. All right, so here she is. You know, it is kind of like a farm four-wheeler, so it definitely is beat up in the plastics and the racks, and it's missing paint. But yeah, I like it. It has this newer screen. This is like one of the newest four-wheelers I've ever owned. This is like a 2007. Usually all mine are late 90s, early 2000s, so this is like the newer body style of this Foreman, which I've never had. It is electric shift, and that's kind of why I got it cheap, because they said when it gets hot it doesn't shift. So you know, I've driven around 10-15 minutes and it shifts fine, so I don't know, maybe I'll test it out a little more and see how it does. But my favorite part is trying to make it look nice, so I might try to get these plastics, all these scratches out of the plastics, clean up the racks, and of course paint the tires black, or the wheels black. You know, while I was driving back, I kind of had the visions of like a Batman. Like this would be Batman's four-wheeler if he had one, because it's all black. So maybe I'll black it out and maybe do some like yellow accents or something. I don't know, maybe change out these Honda stickers with yellow ones. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it a little more, and then we'll get to it. But let's get this thing cleaned up. All right, so I took the front rack and this back rack off so I can paint the racks, and then also so I can work on these plastics. So I don't know if you can tell, the plastic is all scratched up. It's not in good condition. I want to try and get this fixed, so I've done a small, so this is one of the test areas I did. It's looking better in right here. So basically just sand it with some sandpaper, some fine grit sandpaper, and then use a heat gun. So I'm gonna keep continuing to perfect it and see which works the best, and then I'll let you know how it turns out here. All right, so this is what I got going on for the plastics, what it seems to work the best. I got a razor blade. I'm basically just scraping off. There's like a fine film of white on these plastics, so I'm just basically scraping it off. Where I can't get to it, I'm using some like 400 grit sandpaper and trying to sand in there, but definitely the razor blade is working the best for me. And then I'll go through with a heat gun, and it kind of makes it look better. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Alright, so that's kind of what it looks like when it's done. It's not perfect, but it definitely looks better than, you know, this scratchy old plastic back here. This looks decent. You know, you gotta try different techniques and see what works for you. You know, different manufacturers like Honda and Yamaha and all have all different kind of plastics, and sometimes one method works for one method works for the other one. You just gotta be prepared that you might mess up your plastics. So I wasn't too worried about it, because you know, can't get much worse than that. And yeah, that looks decent. At least it looks uniform, and it's kind of shiny. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done, and we can see if it was worth it. But it is time consuming. I kind of just do a little bit each day, because I don't know, it's a lot to do. But all right, let's get this wrapped up. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. You know, scraping that plastic is getting a little old, so I'm gonna pop these wheels off. These ones were leaking a little air, so there's nothing major, so I'm just gonna throw some slime in there. I did test the 4-wheel drive out. Yeah, I figured since it was up on all fours, I'll test that out. Looks like it's working good. So I'm gonna pop these wheels off, clean them up, and then prime them, and then paint them black, which is what I think makes these look really good. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, we got the wheels all prepped, cleaned, and primed. And this is kind of the wheel paint I use. It sticks really well and lasts a while. So just gonna work on spraying these. There we go. I usually do 2 coats of this, covering the whole wheel. There we go. And then I'll show you over here. I kind of painted these back parts yellow as kind of like an accent to this ATV here. So let's see what it looks like when it's on the machine. All right, there we go. We got the rims or the tires back on. Kind of thought it might look a little stupid, but I like the way that yellow kind of pops through. You can kind of see it as an accent color. I bet you can't guess what color of stickers I'm going with. So I think black and yellow is kind of like Batman colors. So let's see, there we go. It kind of just shows through. There's the rear, here's the front. Front shows a little more. But yeah, I'm happy with the way it turned out. Back onto the plastics, and then we'll do kind of like a final reveal and see how this thing turns out. So this is pretty much the finished product. So the plastics are all done. Yeah, I think they turned out good. Is it the best job I've ever had done? Probably not, but it definitely looks a lot better than it did before. You can't really see those big scratches anymore. It's just kind of smaller scratches that look polished. So, and it ended up putting new Honda stickers, yellow, to match those inside of the wheels, and then I found a little Batman sticker to put on the front. So this is my version of Batman's 4-wheeler. So yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. You know, I kind of got it to replace my yellow one, which I am selling to my brother-in-law. So the only thing really left is to get this electric shift issue fixed, which I hope to do. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that, but maybe let's take a ride and see how it's doing right now. All right, I haven't really started it in a few weeks, so let's see how she does. Turn on the key. Make sure the gas is on. And then let's choke her. Oh yeah, starts right up. All right, let me warm her up for a little bit. All right, let's try to get her in reverse here. So shift down. There we go. Try to get her out of, there we go, neutral, first. All right, let's go. Second. Third. I don't think I really want to go much past third gear here. Yeah, not bad. See if we can go ahead and downshift these. So second, first, neutral. So, you know, it works pretty much fine the way it is right now, but I haven't really run it when it really got hot. So I want this black one to be my 4-wheeler I use up north. So I actually got the electric shift, so I'm just gonna replace it, and then hopefully that will fix the issue, and it'll be good to go. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.